Good morning. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Cultural Coast. My name is Jim Grove, and I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is Sanskrit and stands for the divinity within me, recognizes and greets the divinity in each and every one of you. And welcome to everyone, especially those of you joining us online this morning or at some future now moment, you are welcome as well. So this morning we have a wonderful service and a wonderful topic to discuss by our founding minister, Reverend Theresa Fieberts. She's here with us this morning. Whoop, yay. So the topic is listening beyond the noise of the world. And as I was reviewing the newsletter and what that topic meant to me, I thought of the Bible verse from 1 Kings in the Old Testament where it talks about the still small voice of God. So this is where Elijah is seeking communication with the divine, and he is seeking it through wind, fire, earthquakes, all this dramatic noise. But the voice of God comes to him in a whisper, a still small voice. And that's what I think we're talking about here today, is that still small voice and listening to that beyond all of the noise that we have in the world going on today. So if you would join me in consciousness now, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes as we open the service with this time of prayer. I know that there is one divine guiding influence in the world today, beyond all of the things that are seeking our attention constantly. the things that are making the loudest noise. Beyond that, behind that is this still small voice, this whisper of the divine that comes to us when we sit back and just open ourselves to listen. And this divine wisdom that comes through is always the guidance that we're looking for, the guidance that we need if we just but listen. And I know that for every person here today and those listening online, that this is their truth. This is their spiritual truth. And I am open to that now, and I declare that and claim that for every person here as this service unfolds in all of its divine perfection. I give thanks now and release my word, and so it is. And speaking of a different kind of noise, we have joyful noise with us this morning. So take it away with our opening song.
All right, thank you, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Something amazingly awesome gonna happen to me today. 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 I'll sing my little mantra, gonna get it in my head. Today is a party, gonna leap on out of bed. I start my day in this way, knowing everything is okay. Look for the good in everything, makes me wanna sing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something amazingly awesome gonna happen to me today. 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 Well, it's not out in the future, it's right before my eyes. The beauty, joy, and wonder, it's time I realize that every moment is a gift. All it takes is the slightest shift. See the good in everything that make you wanna sing. Oh, 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 something amazingly awesome gonna happen to me today. 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 How can I be open to it? Gratitude, gratitude. What if I'm not really feeling it? Gratitude, gratitude. I believe in the power of what I say will be. I finally learned my lesson that gratitude is the key. Amazing, amazing. It's all amazing. 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 Something amazingly awesome gonna happen to me today. 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 Something amazingly awesome gonna happen to me today.
Good morning, everybody. Before I do my reading today, I wanted to share some answered prayer. As most of you know, my younger son Ian and even my older son have been in most people's prayers because he and a lot of young people are having a lot of trouble with the noise. There's a lot of noise in the world right now. There's a lot of noise that's not fabulous. And so he kind of goes in and out. And I sat with Kathleen last week, and I realized that my place in it, because I can be a controlling, I'm an Aries, like you got to do this and you should do that. My place is to walk my talk and to remain peaceful and to remain loving amidst the noise. I can't be part of his noise. Like, that's not going to work, So anyway, he made a therapy appointment last week and kept it and made one for this week. So I'm really, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it really is a blessing. Okay, so my reading came from the book, The Art of Being, 100 Ways to Practice Purpose in Your Life. I have no idea where I got this book, but it's religious science all through and through. This is called Make a World a Better Place, Choose to Be Happy. The author was talking to the author of The Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz, and asked him, what is our purpose in life? And he was expecting this really long, detailed, intense, profound answer. And his response took his breath away, and it was to be happy. That's all he said. And his first thought was like, that sounds self-serving, with all the condition in the world is today, that's it. And the purpose is just to be happy. So he kind of sat with it. He's like, I'm not going to judge. This is a master. He probably knows what he's talking about. And throughout the weekend, they were at a conference together, he just noticed that this Don Ruiz was happy. Whether he was by himself, whether he was with a group of people, he just exuded love and peace and happiness. And being happy and loving seem to go together pretty well. Have you ever thought of happiness as a spiritual practice that honors your purpose here? Think about it. When we're busy being happy, it's pretty hard to be mean-spirited, cruel, judgmental, violent, hateful, resentful. That's because in that moment of happiness, a great generosity of spirit where love surges and expands upon itself through us, lifting us above the energy of fear, which is a lower vibration. Even if we don't recognize that moment as a spiritual experience, it is. And the best part of it is that it affects others in the most positive ways too. Truly, the purpose in life really is the expansion of happiness, and you and I are the vessels through which this can happen. So the larger question is, where do we find happiness? Authentic happiness isn't something we can go out and get, buy, borrow, or steal. Nor can any form of artificial stimuli generate true happiness. It's only something we can be. And it's a choice we make with every breath we take. We just need to make space in our minds amongst all the noise, right? And our hearts for happiness to be revealed. So breathe into this moment. And choose to be happy. Given the alternative, it's a wise thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Camille. Wow. Choose. We're so powerful. We get to choose whatever we want. How cool. On May 17th last year, I awakened listening to a still small voice. And it was giving me a song. And as that often happens, it was in the wee hours of the morning. And I mulled it over through my brain all through the day, and I just kept listening, right? I just kept listening. And it just kept getting better and better. And I got home at the end of the day, and I said, Frankie. I had a verse and a chorus. And Frankie sat down with her guitar, and she said, well, what about this? And she began writing the music, and I was like, wow, and that opened up this whole new thing, and I started listening some more. And we got some more, and this is what that song is. And I encourage you today to listen to that voice that's in you, that thing. Because when we listen with our heart, it always tells us what's good and just. I saw God today. I saw God today. I am as Yahweh, and I broke bread with Yeshua. I sang peace as Shanti, and I sat with Buddha neath the Bodhi tree. I am Allah's face of charity. God is everyone I see. I see God as bees and trees, butterflies and worms and seeds. In a mama bird feeding her own, it's my squirrel friend making his home. Hey, walk by the ocean shore. What a portal to another world, you see. God is everywhere I was. God is seeing you through the eyes of me. God is seeing me through the eyes of you. In the mirror, looking back at me, in every line of the songs I sing, in every word of every story, in yesteryear, right where I stand. God is everywhere I am. God is seeing you through the eyes of me. God is seeing me through the eyes of you. God is seeing you through the eyes of me. God is seeing me through the eyes of you. I saw God today.
You all are sounding good this morning. Really nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Camille. The thing Camille didn't say is tomorrow's her birthday. Just saying. That's right, 4/20. That's Camille's birthday. My BFF. Thank you. That was lovely. Lovely sharing. So it's always so interesting to me how a theme that is created a year and a half earlier is so fitting, and how not just for me, but for other people, that it's just amazing. So as you know, a week ago, 6 of us were at convention in Reno, Nevada. We went to the CSL convention. And I'll tell you that it was fabulous, and next week we're going to talk about it. The 6 of us will present to you and share about our experience. That's the first Eileen's hearing about it. Look at her face, look at her face. She's like, what? Yeah, but it was high input, wasn't it? It was high input. People, music, lights, activities, ideas, fabulous ideas. Time shifts. It was 3 time zones away. For me, who doesn't travel much, that's a big deal. And man, I came home and my system, I didn't even have to get home. I will tell you that Bobby and I hardly said a word of 9 hours of travel, 10 hours of travel. I hardly said a word. And we love each other very much. It wasn't that. Nobody was mad at anybody. It was just so much. I just needed to be quiet. I needed to be quiet. My system was saying, it was seeking, it was desiring quiet, stillness, and even a greater truth, even though convention was full of truth telling, right? But I wanted my truth. I wanted to hear that voice in me. The world, like Camille said, is loud. It's very loud. I think it's always probably been loud. It's just really loud right now. I don't know. It's always been loud, though. And it seems demanding, and it seems overwhelming. But there's a voice within me. There's a voice within you. There's a voice within each one of us that is never loud. It's not loud. It's not in a hurry. It's not overwhelmed. It's not confused. It's not afraid. So listening beyond the noise of the world isn't shutting the world out, though. That's really what I think I want you to hear this morning. It's discovering the something in us that's not noisy. It's being in the busyness and the stillness. It's knowing that motion's going on, but there's something within us that remains completely motionless. Yeah? You know that feeling, don't you? Yeah. And really, what is that feeling other than a deeper awareness of what is true? A deeper awareness of what is. See, it's not as an escape. We're not talking about shutting the world out, and we're not talking about escaping or running away from the world. We're talking about returning. Just returning to what is. People think that the silence means no sound or distraction. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. The silence isn't an absence of noise. It's a presence of awareness, or an awareness of presence. Yeah. The silence is presence, not absence. Yeah. So the world can be its lousy. It can be its lousy self. You go on and be your lousy self. I meant loud and busy, and I put loud and busy kind of together, came out as lousy. Yeah, chaotic self. And sometimes, just like this, the news cycles will make us want to laugh. I'm sure you saw some news that made you laugh this week. I'm sure you did. And I'm sure you did, because I laughed out loud a couple times this week. Surprised myself. And then there's times that you want to scream, and there's times that you want to cry, But let us not fall into that sense of emotional instability and also a sense of urgency. I think sometimes it calls us into this sense of urgency, right? And we got to do something. So it isn't how can I make the world quieter, but how can I be a deeper listener? Yeah? Does that resonate? So at Easter, just 2 weeks ago, it seems like it was forever ago, all right? The first Sunday of this month. I was really quiet with you because I was feeling it then too, right? But what we talked about was this idea of Easter, or what we meditated on was this idea of being a revealing. It's not about something new or fixing something or changing something or improving something or adding something. The silence, that becoming in the silence simply feels like a remembering. Yeah? It feels like an uncovering or an allowing. It's way more gentle. It's gentle. It's not making something happen. So this inner voice, then, this still small voice, is very subtle. So it requires us to be intentional. That's all. It requires us to be consciously conscious. Yeah? So I got back from Reno, and I spent a lot of time in silence. Navel gazing, some people might call it, walking in nature, sitting in nature. I walked without any earbuds or anything like that. I walked a lot slower this week than I would normally. I walk in the morning for exercise, but normally it's a little faster pace than it was this past week. So again, this how these themes are written. So I mean, is that a coincidence? That we're talking about it today? Because do you feel it too? Shake your heads. Do you feel that need for a sense of stillness or quiet? You feel the pull. Yeah, isn't that amazing? So these themes, they write an outline and they offer you some quotes and stuff. I couldn't even read it. Or actually, I read it, but I didn't absorb any of it. And I wasn't aligning with it. I wasn't comfortable with it. I mainly because I wasn't giving it any access in. I don't want any more input. I don't want to read these other ideas, right? So I went to bed Friday and went to bed early with my books and these papers again and thinking, all right, something will come. And again, I could not read it. I just couldn't absorb it. And so I closed my eyes and I just took a few breaths, and it wasn't long at all, a couple minutes maybe, and I saw this book. And so I got out of my bed and I picked it up off the bookshelf and I opened to the back page, the last page of the index, which is or table of contents, which was like 3 or 4 pages in that book. And I went at the bottom and I went up like 3 or 4, and there was a chapter on silence. So I opened it and I read one quote. My eyes just fell on it. And here's the quote. All life is in motion, or at least all manifest life is in a state of vibration. But at the very center of this vibration, there appears to be something which is motionless, something which itself does not move, and yet from which all motion must come. That's dang powerful, isn't it? Isn't that powerful to think? That's what I wanted to remember. I was feeling the need for stillness. I was feeling the need for no more input. But the idea that that stillness, that which I was craving, that quiet within, is really the access to all. It's that center is the access to everything then, right? That was so powerful when I read that. So this still small voice, it's not weak. It's not weak and it's not vague. It's just subtle. It's just subtle. So we want to be alert to tapping into that. And it's not going to compete with the noise. It's waiting for your willingness. It's waiting for your willingness, for your invitation. Yeah. So the voice within me knew what I wanted to say all along. It knew what I wanted to say today, right? And it didn't have to be loud, and it didn't have to hurry, and it didn't have to seem overwhelming to me. I didn't have to be confused or afraid that I'd walk in here unprepared. I look at my speaking guru over there with that. It's like having a partnership with life that you just trust so much. I mean, I do have words here on my paper, but they came from that place. So we don't fight the noise to hear the truth. We don't have to do that. We don't have to resist with it. So again, right after this quote, he says, who practices, those that practice this movement of consciousness in silence is practicing the inaction from which all action flows. Where's Jan? Yeah, you get that? That's a Buddhist thing, isn't it? That Ernest Holmes said back in the 1920s. We want to trust in what we hear, even when the shouts and the screams from the world are telling us something different. You are so wise. You are so wise. There is that voice within you. And it's that becoming, that's a becoming, and it's anchored in something that's unchanging, right? That becoming is anchored in something that doesn't change. Very cool. It's like we're loosening the energy that exists at the center of ourselves when we tune in. We're giving it an opportunity to move, to express. So everything in life is doing this, and that's the vibration that Ernest Holmes is talking about. It can be our thoughts, our own emotions. It can be circumstances in the world. It can be the collective environment in the world. But we want to learn that within that action, there's a principle that doesn't move. Within all of that, whether it's within ourselves or within the outer world, there's a stillness. And it really is our awareness of that stillness that has the power for us. Our awareness of it. Because without that, we don't have a reference point for what is true for us. What's our authentic truth, like Ron talked about last week, right? We won't have that. So find that space in you. And it's not hard and it's not challenging. It doesn't have to have a certain way to do it. The way that works for you is the way, right? It doesn't have to be the way I do it. Maybe you don't go into nature. Whatever you do, do that. Do that and find that space in you that's not caught up in the motion. That space in you that is your true self rightfully will move from when you recognize it. And listen there. Be inspired from there, from that place. Don't wait for the world to show you. Discover it in yourself. And keep in mind, you aren't becoming stillness. Because stillness is. You're becoming aware of stillness. You're becoming aware of truth. You're becoming aware of love, of peace, of that. I've been craving that feeling that I am. And it's a feeling that in the stillness, I'm vibrantly alive. Right? You tap that. That is so alive in you. That is so powerful. That is so real. So my practice lately has been this idea of consciousness is my supply. And it's the awareness of my consciousness that is unlimited in every possible way. My imagination, consciousness, use of, my awareness of that is unlimited. I mean, it's better today than it was tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe it's better than today. It's unlimited. Thus, my supply is unlimited. Thus, the love that I enjoy is unlimited. The peace that I find is unlimited, right? So from the outside, it looks like money or resources or success of some kind. It looks like something, right? But all that moves, all that fluctuates. That within does not. It doesn't. It doesn't. So supply, your capacity to be aware, your capacity to understand, to know, then influences your capacity to receive, to circulate. It's unlimited because it comes from your awareness, simply from your awareness. And you're not relying on anything external to yourself for stabilization. You know, life feels like it's spinning fast, like the outside of the wheel is always going faster than the hub. Yeah? Tap your hub. Be there. Be there. Be there. That center point. That's your self-awareness. And so the invitation isn't to stop spinning. The invitation isn't to stop engaging in life. Please engage in life. But from that stillness, from that still point within, from that center place within. So today, we don't have to stop our movement in order to find deep peace, do we? Remember when we had Shine several weeks ago, there was a whole group of people painting rocks over there and intentionally putting their love and their peace into it, from their center into it. So we have those love rocks today. They were created in emotion from a place of stillness, weren't they? Yeah. So today, we're not going to just conceptualize what I'm talking about. You have the opportunity to practice it, should you choose. We're going to do our peace walk. We've been announcing that today's the peace, our monthly peace walk. And we're going to synchronize our breath with our steps. And Joa White Eagle is here, and he's going to give us some pointers after the service. We usually congregate at 12:45. But to give us an idea about how to hone our awareness. You know, Joa's here. He's here literally and figuratively on this planet, inviting us to walk a mile every day for peace. What a beautiful concept. And we can have this movement, this outward motion, this movement with the steady awareness of our inside too, with our awareness on our center. So I'm looking forward to this, and thank you for being here with us. Along the way, we're going to plant the peace rocks. You know, they were created with a great intention when people were painting them, not knowing who was going to find them, not knowing the impact, but with a deeper awareness that, and a trust that what we place into the world from this stillness, what we place into the world matters. It matters greatly. It matters greatly. So if you would join me in these closing thoughts, that there is a stillness at the center of my being. And I use first person. Take these words as your own. There is a stillness at the center of my being, unmoved, unfazed by the noise of the world, untouched by any sense of urgency or fear or alarm. And in this stillness, I am deeply aware. In this awareness, I am supplied. I recognize that my awareness is never limited, and so the good that flows through my life is never limited. Today, I do not seek peace. I reveal the peace that has always been within me. And as we walk together in this awareness, breath by breath, step by step, we become the presence of peace in the world as we touch that within us and allow it to come out. Affirm with me, what I carry within me, I quietly place into life, trusting it reaches exactly where it is needed. What I carry within me, I quietly place into life, trusting it reaches exactly where it is needed. I rest in this knowing, I walk in this awareness, and I live from this center every moment of every day. And so it is.
So much for that. Wow. This song that we're going to do, I believe, comes out of a place where Laurel was in exactly what Reverend Theresa was talking about this morning. Because there's this swirl of stuff going on around us, and yet she's been able to get out of the outside of the, I love that image of being on the outside of the wheel or down at the hub, because all you do is spin around at the hub, but you're flying off at the end. And it feels like she's been at the center of the hub, now going on months, and it's taken on a new energy in our relationship and in our lives, and it's exactly what you spoke about today. The song we're going to do, she told you about some weeks ago. It's called Peace and Love. And I would never have imagined, I just knew that this was the Sunday to do it, but never had an idea that it is what you shared. So thank you, and thank you. Peace and love. We are born with a light inside, soft as breath, it does not hide. Not something given, not something made. It's been with us from the first day. Through every joy and every scar, it still burns brightly, the love we are. We see it shining in every face, a quiet courage and a tender grace. Beneath our stories, beneath disguise, a hidden flame behind our eyes. It moves through every heart and mind, alive in all of humankind. It shines as love in every place. In you, in me, in time and space. When we grow still, when we breathe deep, we feel its warmth alive within. It grows much stronger with each heartbeat, and soul to soul we rise in peace. The love we are is bright and free. It flows through all humanity with open hearts and open arms. It heals, it lifts, it transforms. Peace and love become our guiding star when we remember who we are. Peace and love become our guiding star when we remember who we are. We remember who we are. Peace and love become our guiding star.
Thank you so much, Joyful Noise, Phil, and thank you for the words to that song, Laurel. Beautiful. And Diana, the words to your song. Everything was beautiful. Let's give them another hand, shall we? Well, we've been given a lot to think about and consider this morning, haven't we? And now is the time that you can consider what you would like to give back to this community and to this teaching that means so much to us, that the world needs so much, in order to silence some of that noise that we consider so terrible and replace it with words of love and peace. So as you consider that, please take your gift and place it over your heart. And those of you online, you've got information that'll be scrolling on the bottom of the screen about how you can give as well to this teaching, to this center. And just know with me that my gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper. And the divine flow returns it to me, multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
So it is.
And now we will sing our thankfulness song.
I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. One more time. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful morning already, right? Wow, 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 yeah. All right, I got lots of announcements, so I'm going to go fast. If you need to talk to anybody, we're around, so please, along the table and everything. First of all, any first-timers? First-timers? Well, if you are, we have a gift for you back there. Please talk to one of the greeters, myself, Reverend Diana, who is not here today, and Angelica. That's right, she's at the park. So please, we have a gift for you. Please introduce yourselves to Reverend Theresa. Newsletter. Only get one a week. Sign up in the back on our Facebook page or on our website, CSLCulturalCoast.org, and that has all the information. It keeps you up to date. Science of Mind magazines are in the back. Jim is our practitioner for the day. Please meet him at the screen if you would like a little bit of centering, balancing, whatever is necessary. He's there to help. Our ongoing things is that Wednesday night we have Spiritual Living Circle, which is also hosted by Jim Grove, and it's via Zoom, 7 p.m., free event. You discuss one of the articles in the Science of Mind magazine. Friday nights we have Reverend Diana's Heart, Mind, Spirit recovery meetings. It's hybrid, in person and Zoom, also at 7 p.m. every Friday. Kathleen has a new workshop that's starting I have it right here. Has a new workshop, Prosperity Plus 3, Living Full Spectrum Wealth, starting on May 19th through the 30th. Please talk to her with more information. It's fabulous, I'm sure. She's fantastic to have classes if you haven't taken one from her. There is also you want to talk about the manifesting retreat?
Yeah, but I'll do that after.
Okay, and so then on May 2nd, on Saturday, May 2nd, we have Sand and Soul, an afternoon of castles and community. It's 4 p.m. to sunset, where we're all going to get together, play, and Andy Daly, who is a professional sand sculptor, is going to teach us how to make sand sculptures. Your ticket includes also wonderful picnic and everything from Anna's Deli, which I know that Reverend Theresa is going to tell us about it. She and Camille just rave. So I'm sure you all know about these things also. So come and spend with us. Like I said, May 2nd, I think that's two weeks from yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. First off, Sand and Soul. From the day I met Andy, like the day I met him, he told me he was a professional sand sculptor. And I'm like, what? That's a thing? It's a thing. It's a thing. He had just gotten back from Burning Man. So those of you that know that, he had just gotten back from that when I had met him, which was years ago. But he travels all over the world teaching sand sculpture and doing sand sculpture competitions. And he leads the one here in Sarasota every year. So this is an incredible opportunity for us to be able to have that level of skill and talent. Yeah, it just is. And so I'm super excited about it. And we'll create some kind of little contest for us. And we'll do our own little sand sculptures after Andy does his presentation for us. But I'm really looking forward to it. And just a note about Anna's. I mean, if you've lived here for any amount of time, you have to know Anna's famous sandwiches, and you don't go to the beach without grabbing a surfer or a peddler, or, it's just a thing. And we'll have potato salad and coleslaw and stuff like that. I'll be tapping some of you to do those kinds of things. So we have a meal, we make a picnic out of it, and let me know if you've got a special salad you'd like to share. Anyway, thanks for that, and I try not to belabor these, but I am very excited about that one. I wanted to tell you about something that went off my radar, and it is important. There is a retreat put on by the CSL Greater Orlando May 8th and 9th, which is a Friday and a Saturday in Orlando. And it's being facilitated by John Waterhouse, Reverend Dr. John Waterhouse. So some of you who have been around a while know him, and John Waterhouse was the spiritual leader of our organization for some years. He was also a mentor of mine, and it's a great opportunity. So it's called Mastering Manifestation, and it's at a spiritual center in the Orlando area. You can spend the Friday night if you choose there. And anyway, there's a flyer there now. I know it's coming right up. But it sounds like a fabulous thing, and if I can get away that Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be there. And then I just wanted to also let you know, we've had this in the newsletter, but we haven't had anyone sign up yet. This Saturday, you have an opportunity to get dirty and sweaty with Diana and I. Doesn't that sound like fun?
And Frankie. Frankie.
We're going to be working at Pat Reddy's in the backyard, cleaning up the yard. Pat needs a little bit of help, and so our Earth Angels are wanting to do that. And so if you would like to give a few hours, a couple hours, 1 hour, let Diana or myself know. We're going to start at 8:30, I believe, right? 8:30? And we plan to go until noon. And it's a pretty shady backyard. I'm hoping at that time it'll be shady. I can't promise you that, but we'll have water, I could promise you that. Anyway, let us know if you can help out. And then today, again, at 12:45, Joa and Diana are going to lead us on our walk, and we'll meet right outside.
Can I say 3 words?
Yes, please.
Oh, I just want to say that this is flow state breathwork, breath play, I call it. And it's really an opener to live in flow state all the time.
Flow state breath work.
It's a way of opening to flow state all the time.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. And if you have a question, you can just talk to him. Last song? Yes. All right. Stay for coffee and to talk to Joa and the rest of us.
Eddie Watkins, walking in the Spirit. What are you walking in?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm walking
With Spirit,
I'm talking
with Spirit,
I'm learning
from the Spirit,
and I'm turning
to Spirit,
I'm growing
through Spirit.
ain't it showing I'm walking with the Spirit.
Spirit in front of me. I'm walking with Spirit, and I'm talking to Spirit. I'm learning from Spirit, and I'm turning to Spirit. I'm growing through Spirit, and it shows. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations that's leading to some kind of drama or confrontation, I go within and get plugged in. Friend, my boy, it's too late. I put the Spirit in front of me, and it makes the crooked ways all straight. Hey, I'm a walking with Spirit, and I'm talking with Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit, and I'm turning to Spirit. I'm growing through Spirit, and it shows when I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations when I don't know what to do, I ain't got no explanation. I go within and get plugged in for a revelation. 10 times out of 9, it all works just fine without my participation. I'm walking with Spirit, and I'm talking to the Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit, and I'm turning to Spirit. I'm growing through Spirit, and it shows when I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Walk it, Bobby. Walking with Spirit, and I'm talking with Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit, and I'm turning to Spirit. I'm growing through Spirit, and it shows when I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Hey, I'm walking with Spirit, and I'm talking with Spirit. I'm learning in the Spirit, and I'm turning to Spirit. I'm growing through Spirit. Hey, it shows when I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Know you are loved. Know you are loved. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.
Therapy for 100 years. Her demands make me feel so